Dr. Mark Changizi here through Science Moment. Today I'm going to talk about how liberty survives the next mania and how COVID changed how I think about it. I wrote this up for loofwire.com and I'll walk through the essay itself. You can always find it over at loofwire.com. I used to think the key to preserving liberty was education, arming people with the ethical and utilitarian arguments for free markets, free expression, and minimal government. Convince enough people, I thought, and the culture will self-reinforce those principles. In fact, you've seen this is what I've been doing for the last 5 years and earlier than that. COVID, however, disabused me of that notion. At the start of the pandemic, even many of the most self-described classical liberals, people steeped in the history of logic, of liberty, people who had themselves preached its virtues, abandoned them wholesale. They clamored for lockdowns, mask mandates, censorship, and emergency powers. They didn't just go along reluctantly. Many became some of the most vigorous enforcers of the new orthodoxy. It was a stark reminder. Most of the worst forms of statism don't emerge through slow creeping encroachment. They erupt in a sudden social mania, the mass hysterias that I've been talking about for 5 years. The Chinese Cultural Revolution came in a flash. Lenin's Bolshevik takeover in 1917, before that, overturned Russia almost overnight. Nazi Germany transformed from parliamentary democracy to totalitarian regime in the space of months. The Iranian Islamic Revolution swept away a modernizing monarchy, with its own problems, in a single year. These frenzies are not stopped by widespread knowledge of liberty. In fact, history shows that the most educated classes, those best versed in liberal theory, classical liberal theory, are often among the first to justify the mania, justify the principles that the mania has selecting for, on pragmatic grounds. When fear or fervor grips them, they reframe their abandonment of principle as an urgent necessity. This means that the preservation of liberty is not primarily a battle of persuasion, it's a battle of architecture. The goal is to build systems, political, yes, but cultural and informational as well, that can withstand temporary but overwhelming surges of authoritarian impulse. In epidemiological terms, liberty needs fire breaks.